Hi, I'm Sweet Vegan 74, and if you've seen my videos, you know I'm in cat rescue and promote adoptions. So I've decided to clarify that not all cat people only have the welfare of cats in mind. Do I think cats should be outdoors? My opinion is no and somewhat yes. I know this sounds vague, but let me explain why. When I say no, cats shouldn't be allowed outside, I am referring to pet cats that live with people, cats that have a home. Pet cats do not need to go out, and they certainly shouldn't go out. There are too many dangers with cars, other animals, and getting lost. I volunteer for an animal shelter, and every friendly cat that came in as a stray strayed from somewhere. And there's the issue with cats predating on wildlife. All cats hunt, even fed. So even if you don't find any gifts left by your kitties, it doesn't mean they aren't still going after wildlife. Some folks think leaving their cats out during the daytime prevents less kills, but that's not always the case. Birds are active most of the day, so leaving your cat out for even only a few minutes can do harm. Cats are adaptable, and if you keep them indoors and provide toys and attention, they can learn to adjust in time. Just keep at it, or better yet, never attempt them to go out. Currently, my cats enjoy sitting on the enclosed porch shelf that was built for them, so they can view the birds and squirrels with no more worries. Now, for the reluctant answer of my somewhat yes for cats being outside. This is a bit complex. This refers to managed feral cats, which means cats that have been neutered and are monitored by caregivers, or TNR, trap, neuter, return. You're pretty well aware of the term feral cat. If not, it just simply means a domestic cat that was born unsocialized with people, thus acting like a typical wild animal. So barn cats or semi-feral cats that live in barns is a way better alternative for rodent control instead of poisons, as long as the cats are neutered and given proper food and shelter too. Because barn cats that aren't fixed and cared for properly would eventually breed and start going into the wild and hunting native rodents such as deer mice, voles, moles, which are a stable diet to native predators such as birds of prey and foxes. But as for feral cats in urban and suburban areas, they need to be controlled through TNR as well. I know this sounds hypocritical because I just admitted that all cats hunt, even fed. But I've experienced that TNR does help cut down the unwanted population, which means less cats are hunting. Also, I never return friendly strays outside. These cats want to be pets and would be in foster care until they are rehomed. But most adults that were born outside cannot. It's like what I said earlier, like wild animals. It's like wanting to bring a raccoon or possum into your living room. It's not going to work. Though very young feral kittens, they can be tamed with time if socialized early enough. Adult feral cats, once neutered or spayed or provided food and shelter, they can actually do very well. They know the dangers of the world and are capable of avoiding it often, and with being looked after by caretakers, they can live as long as indoor house cats. I have known some to live to be in their teens and are still alive and healthy. Neutered feral cats also make better neighbors. No more roaming, fighting, or marking for territory and mates. Trap and remove is ineffective. Most ferals won't find placement and be put down, so it's more like trap and kill, and it wastes animal shelter resources. I think trap and kill is like using a band-aid to cover a deep cut that requires stitches. Covering it seems to work at first, but tear the band-aid off, and not only does it hurt like hell, but you see that it just hid the problem. An example, I guess, be years ago, a friend and I went to advise a woman who had a large colony of cats in her suburban backyard. She was feeding them, but not getting them neutered. Every single time the cats had kittens, she took those kittens to the shelter, so there were less cats on her property. However, in a short amount of time, the females had more litters, and even some new adults came in. So she trapped and removed again, and the cats bred and moved in. Again, it's called the vacuum effect, and it literally sucks for both the neighborhood and the cats. So we told the woman either support TNR or don't feed the cats at all. Let them just move off to someone that will address the problem and not make it worse. The woman was very stubborn, but hopefully she took our advice. I've been doing TNR for well over a decade, and I am down to one feral cat in my front yard and several at another site now. I just keep lookout for any new cats, which is very slow and rare these days, as the neuter cats keep the newbies away. I also know few neighbors that support TNR, and with their cats, in total is about 12, and that's way better than dozens and dozens of cats in colonies. And yes, like I said, all cats hunt. But in wildlife's perspective, what would you rather have to deal with every day? Much fewer neutered cats that don't require to hunt multiple times to live, or countless cats that will hunt nonstop to survive and produce more litters, and those litters will hunt to make even more litters. I mean, if I was a squirrel, I'd most certainly settle for way less controlled cats to deal with. But really, cats can't be solely blamed for affecting wildlife. Liability goes to people for destroying and polluting their natural homes and allowing cats to roam and breed, making feral cats exist in the first place. In a perfect world, there wouldn't be a feral cat crisis because everyone would keep their pets for life. Always neuter and keep their house cats solely indoors. But this is only a pipe dream. Barn working cats aside, domestic cats really shouldn't be outside. And I know ferals aren't native to the ecosystem, but it's our fault they are here. And these cats have no choice but to be here. So we need to literally fix the problem. So, in short, house cats should stay entirely indoors so there's less cats for wildlife to worry about, and let TNR decline the feral cat numbers, and rest assured, I have not gone by my opinion by others or statistics, but by my own well-learned experiences. Thank you.